marking fish. There's a nice little... Yeah, there's a seagull. Hello, seagull. Oh, there's a wave. I think this will do. Come on. Oh, fish on. Alright. Good afternoon, everyone. It is an absolutely gorgeous day. It is mid-afternoon, late afternoon, out on the Detroit River. Got out a much later start than initially planned. Initially, I was going for a 5 a.m. start. Well, 6 out on the water. And I got up, and yeah, it wasn't happening. So here we are, out for an afternoon jaunt instead of a morning one. The wind has picked up. Air temp is somewhere around 70. So we're at about 20 Celsius. The ramp location I found after doing a bit of research. I quite like it. I get to avoid the main ramp, the main area with all the boats. Amazingly, this is the first kayak trip 2024. 2.5 feet. The wind is pretty fierce. Okay, let's get the pedals in. Come on. It's absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Yeah, there's a seagull. Hello, seagull. Good, how are you doing? No worries. I got you. You're welcome. I don't blame him. Yeah, I see it right up there. There's a couple of rocks right there I just gotta watch out for. There's a nice little... Getting caught on my rods. Okay, there we go. There you go. You're welcome. Happy to help. Have a good one. That was interesting. Nice rock piling right at the edge there. That was some nice karma. Helped that guy save his $1 pickerel rig. And I picked up a pretty worn out frog. But still got it, so that's kind of cool. Definitely was not worth risking my kayak for a $2 pickerel rig. Oh, I'm marking fish. Just toss out a line. So I'm using, got a Johnny Morris Carbon Light 7 foot, I think it's 7 foot. Yeah, 7 foot rod. Moderate action, medium power. More of a bass rod, but works nice for jigging. Got a 1 ounce jig, the Buckfish's jerbear, and a little stinger hook. Buckfish's, this jerbear color has really been fire. I guess I'm heading into the wind. It's weird to have to somewhat pedal downriver. And I'm just popping my line up to attract some attention, and then slow on the down, on the descent. I can really feel the 1 ounce might be a little bit hefty. I know a lot of really good anglers like a 1/2 ounce to 5/8. And well, I mean, when you're good with them and you've got a decent rod, I'd probably be okay with this. But just being the first trip out with a kayak in a while, I wanted to just wanted to have one I know I can feel the bottom in. I wasn't sure with the wind and the current how well I'd be able to keep that line straight. So when you're new to jigging, go a little heavy. It'll fatigue your arm a little bit quicker, but other than that, I don't think there's any downside to it. 21 feet of water, and I am marking fish. I'm not exactly in a sweet spot for a bite window. I swear this year the kayak feels heavier than last year. That might just be the lack of sleep is catching up with me. Well, I'm pretty close to the drop off. I'm going to point out a little bit. That should take me in right over the drop off. Left-handed bait caster would be real nice right about now. Unfortunately, when I was spending all my money on the rods, I didn't know that the left-handed bait casters existed. This would be real nice. Oh well. Be able to reel on the left side instead of having to hand the rod over. I guess I could just jig off the left. I might be able to just jig upriver with the wind. I also brought my hand lining reel. I can give that a go. I've never hand lined out of the kayak before. I know this rod holder there is going to be in the way, so I'll have to move that. On shore, I was frying in my suit. I am wearing a wetsuit underneath my clothes in case I go for a swim. I'd rather not, but 50-degree water is pretty darn cold. Yeah, am I ever glad I wore a wetsuit. I don't intend to go for a swim. On larger water, you just never know. Better to be safe than sorry. I'm not too far from shore, but it could still get really nasty. My understanding at 50-degree water is I got about a minute where my body would hyperventilate, and then I got about 5 to 10 minutes to get myself out before I lose my ability to function reliably. And then you got about another roughly, about 40 more minutes of function before you pass out. I do have a marine radio on me. And even check to make sure the battery's charged, so that's helpful. Still, I'm excited with the kayak this year to be able to get into some spots. Turkey Creek, River Canard, some other areas that you can't really go with a boat. I'm marking fish beneath me. Jig with this color for a few more minutes, and I think I'll switch it out. Go with a Bondi worm. The flake has been doing real well so far this year from my limited time out on the boat and the posts I've been reading. It's a south wind, south-ish. And that is definitely my least favorite wind on this river. Oh, something took a little nibbly. Come on back. Come and get it. I was watching it. Come on. Ah, that's cool. Okay. Something here. Ooh, that felt nice. That had some girth to it as well. And the hull of the kayak is dry, which is nice. And all those modifications to it, and silicone sealed everything up real good, but you never fully know until you test it. I also thought about filling the inside of the hull with water to see where it leaks out, but that wouldn't be so hot for all the electronics I ran inside there. Come on back. Okay, marking some fish. This is an area I've never actually picked one up, but lots of people have told me that they have. So I'm marking them. They're down there. Come on back. Bite it. You know what? I'm gonna check real quick. Make sure my hook's not fouled up after that bite. No, I'm looking good. Let her back down. Get on it. Definitely doesn't show up on the GoPro, but these waves are getting a little bit intense. Oh, look at that. Nice little white caps. Gotta pay attention to what I'm doing, that's for sure. Come on, fishy. Had that big bite earlier. Got me all excited. There's a wave. When I head in too fast, I'm just going to shoot over to the calmer water. And then kind of reset. I'm going to pull out my hand lining gear and see how things go going upriver. The hand line could be a game changer on the kayak, because that didn't take terribly long. I was maybe, I don't know. I really didn't look at the time. 10 minutes? This is totally rando guess. Whee! 10 minutes to head up or down, to jig down, and I'll be half an hour heading back up. Popping it up. Slow down. Basically, you want the line tight at all times so you can feel when a fish bites. Because I've had it where I'm dropping the jig in. While it's on its way down, a fish bites at like 20 feet and we're in 30 feet of water. You can't feel it. You don't get a good hook set. Pretty sad. Need my leader. That's a good one. I'm not a hand lining expert. There's some old guys on the river that really, really swear by it. They do pretty well overall. Usually they've got the little tiny 15-foot boats or your 12-foot John boats, and they go pretty early in the morning or late at night. Which may end up being me soon if my kid refuses to sleep ever. Okay, so I have a weight. Goes down. Move that lure over. And then I'm going to use pencil plugs. That's kind of the, hey, I'm missing a clip. That's the go-to. So I'm going to pick shiny and I don't know. I don't have anything real sparkly. Let's go with a perch pattern, I guess. I don't think you can ever really go wrong matching the local bait fish. You can run, oh look at that giant log. You can run up to 4 hooks. So, I believe that's lures. But I'm not 100% on that. I don't want to get nabbed for doing something I'm not supposed to do. I'm in the Detroit River Fishery Management Zone 19. I know stateside, they count one lure as a hook. I just can't remember Canadian side. It's a plastic lure body, but it still has the screw-in style hook thing. I better look that up, because all my pencil plugs pretty well have 3 hooks in them. I'm pretty sure the law, I know in the States, you're allowed, I think it's 4 hooks per lure, and up to 4 lures. But really, they're just trying to prevent guys from snagging, trying to snag at the fish. So I want a 20-footer and a 30-footer. These ones back with me. And then basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to run my 20-footer on the bottom, and then the 30-footer will go just above it. I think this will do. Hook that on there. This is going to be a complete cluster when I get a fish. So worth it though. Excited to get this down. Where's the bottom? There's bottom. Right there. Okay, about 4:15. See how long it takes me to make it back up river this way. I have a feeling it's going to be a little bit. Because now, my way back up, what used to be wasted time, is now fishing time. So I think what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to go up as far as I can. I do not want to have to do this twice. So I'll work up a ways and then jig back. And at that point, if I haven't got any, I might anchor. This is exhausting. The current is bad enough as it is. I don't know if the waves are helping me or hindering me. I ate before I left, so I didn't bring a snack. But I very much wish I had brought a snack now. As a younger guy, that used to be a restaurant. And that was like a marina gas station tackle shop. Got your minnows there. Dad would take us out here. I don't know if he'd gas up the boat there, but he'd always buy us fishing tackle. And then we'd head over into the restaurant to grab a breakfast sandwich. That was nice. Unfortunately, it feels like a lot of those little businesses like that have kind of gone away. 2008 really knocked out a lot of small ones around this area. And then just everything since hasn't helped. Any business that, the little ones that made it through 08, COVID kind of took out. A lot of these were those ones where it's like they bought it for a song and a dance. They bought the building for a song and dance back in the 50s, 60s, 70s. And the businesses didn't make any money or much, but everything was paid for so they could afford to do it. Now a lot of those folks have retired or sold the property, died off. And it's just not feasible with the current real estate values, if you want to call it value, prices. How could you make money selling $15 meals? You know, beautiful area. Supposedly during bass season, those docks hold a lot of bass. Tried it. Just one day, I think last year I was out here, and no success that day. I think the evening bite window should be opening enough in a little bit. I want to be home for 7. What did my wife say? 8? 8 is my latest. So, worst case Ontario, I got to be back at the dock at 7. But I'd like to give myself just a little bit of extra time. I don't want to stretch it. Push it. Oh, look at all those fish I'm marking. These waves aren't too bad heading upriver. It actually kind of works half decently. Whoop. Felt like I just bumped a little rock. Could have been a fish taking a nibble. I don't have quite the same feel with my handline reel as I do with the, there's bottom there, as I do with the rods. It's definitely like you can feel a lot, but it is a different feel to it. You need to see what happens here. The current is coming down river very quickly. Okay. Plug is still clean. Oh boy. Going sideways. Come on. Down you go. Oh. Oh, what's my wristwatch saying? Huh. Saying it's soaking freaking wet. Sweat. Lots of steps. Oh. My heart rate is up. So I'm getting some exercise at least. That's good, I suppose. I'm sailing away. Set an open course for the virgin sea. 'Cause I've got to be free. Something, something, something. Childhood memories. So happy, so sad. Come on. Oh, that was a snag. It wasn't a bite. Oh, it's disappointing. Maybe it was a bite. Let's pretend it was. Oh, let my feet breathe for a few minutes. Need some feeling back into them. And then jig my way back home, which at this rate is going to take about 15 seconds. Walleye just may not be in the cards today. That's okay. I'll be back. Oh, fish on. There we go. Come on. It's a nice size too. Oh, here we go. Oh, that was so worth it. Of course, my rod holder's not out. Oh, what a beautiful fish. Okay, easy, buddy. How am I going to get you out of this? Okay. Oh, it's a thing of beauty. Nice little keeper. Oh, nice little walleye. All that work paid off. I'm going to put him out of his misery because I'm not going to be out here very long. My first ever walleye on the kayak. Right at the end of the day. What a way to finish the day. This is the first rod I caught a walleye with back in 2015. My in-laws got it for me for, here's a Christmas or birthday present. Got that on 1963 Thorns, a little 15-foot aluminum boat. I was down in Amherstburg when I caught that one. It's kind of nice. Get my first kayak walleye with the same rod. Hadn't even planned that out. But I learned, I think next time, I don't know that I'm going to go with the hand lining reel again. I might just jig and then work my way back up river quicker.